greatest thing we have to fear is fear itself. Profound words by an important man said during a challenging time of our history. How many of you have ever let fear hold you back from doing anything? Raise your hand. I have too. How many of you have ever tried to get over a fear? Fear is abstract. We can't put our finger on it. We can't tell what it looks like, but it's very real. When we're afraid of something and we allow it to hold us back, gosh darn it all, it's real. The best way to get over a fear is to do that which we fear over and over and over again until we no longer fear it. There's actually a word for that. It's called desensitizing. And desensitization is a behavior modification technique whereby phobias in particular are treated, so to speak, by having the fear, having the person exposed to the fear time and time and time again until the undesirable response or emotion is eliminated or reduced. So, for instance, a person afraid of heights might climb up on a ladder, or maybe climb up to the top of a really tall building, or fly in an airplane for the first time if they're afraid of flying. A person that maybe is afraid of water might wade into the water gradually at first, and then maybe decide that they're going to get up to their neck or their chest and get themselves wet up there, and then eventually put their face in the water and get the feel for that to reduce the fear of water. As a person who stutters, one of my greatest fears was stuttering publicly, allowing myself to stutter openly in front of people for fear of social punishment. I was afraid people wouldn't like me if I stuttered. I still feel pressure to not stutter because I felt like I would be ridiculed or teased or dismissed or isolated. When a person tries to hide stuttering, it's actually referred to as covert stuttering, which is something that I did for many years. I hid the stuttering at a tremendous price. As I traveled the highway of life, I was paying a huge emotional toll by keeping that very real part of me hidden. And I felt every time I kept that part hidden, I was robbing myself of self-dignity and a part of me that was there, but I was fearful of letting people see. So a couple years ago, I decided enough. I'd had enough. I had a defining moment. Maybe some of you are aware I spoke about this in the past. I was fired from a job for stuttering publicly. And I decided at that point, I am not doing this anymore. I can still be an effective communicator, even if I stutter. So somebody told me, after I joined self-help and actually sought out speech therapy after not having it prior to when I was in 3rd grade, somebody told me one of the things that I could do to get over the fear of stuttering publicly was to stutter on purpose. And I was like, oh my God, there's no way that I can do that. How can you possibly do that which you were so afraid of purposely? But when you look at the abstract concept of fear, you desensitize yourself by doing it over and over again. So a speech therapy technique is to actually purposely stutter sometimes so that I am in control instead of the stuttering controlling me and having that fear grip me. So I have actually done that from time to time. The way that my stuttering naturally manifests itself is 3 ways. Repetitions, like this, repetitions. Sometimes my stuttering manifests itself with prolongations, like that, or if I talk about being ashamed of stuttering. And sometimes my stuttering manifests itself in a block or a temporary stoppage of sound, like that, when I'm trying to push the word out and it won't come out. So sometimes I will do each of those purposely. And I'm doing a little bit of that tonight because there are new people here that maybe were not aware that I stutter. And one of the things that I find is I can advertise that I stutter by purposely stuttering on words that I don't typically stutter on. Because then I've let you know, it's already out there. The fear and the worry that what will happen if I stutter no longer exists because I've put it out there purposely. So I don't have to focus anymore on, oh my God, what are they going to think? What are they going to say? If anybody had told me that I would actually, number one, be standing up here tonight, purposely letting you know that I stutter, and using it as an example of an abstract fear, there's no way that I would have believed it. But it works. Because I feel in complete control tonight. Because I am not letting the stuttering control me. I always felt when I stuttered and was embarrassed or fearful, like I was out of control. Doing it on purpose, I'm in the driver's seat. I dictate how my speech and what I'm going to say is going to be. And that feels so much better than worrying about negative listener reaction. The greatest thing we have to fear is fear itself. But also, in the words of Marianne Williams, which were also said by another great man, Nelson Mandela, as we are liberated from our own fear, whatever that fear might be, our presence automatically liberates those around us. Don't let fear control you.